Transferring data with SCP. Now that we've set up our environment and know our way around, it's time to start transferring our files into Sockeye for analysis and then transferring out of Sockeye as necessary. There are several ways that this can be done, each of which have their own advantages. In this video, I'll be talking about Secure Copy, or SCP, which is a widely used method of data transfer, but noting that we also have videos on transferring data using Globus File Transfer and FileZilla. As mentioned in the Connecting to Sockeye video, you'll need a client that will support SCP. Please see the video notes for a full list of clients. Also worth noting is that you will need to connect to the UBC MyVPN if not on the UBC network. To find out more about MyVPN, refer to the link in the video notes or check out the video Tools to Connect to Sockeye. Secure Copy, or SCP, is a file transfer protocol that enables easy and secure file transfers between a remote system and a local host, or two remote systems. It uses the Secure Shell, or SSH, mechanism to provide authentication and encryption for your data and credentials. The most basic thing we can do with SCP is to copy a single file from our local machine to a remote location. In order to do this, we're going to pull up a command line terminal from our local machine. Now, before I go ahead and transfer a real file, I'm going to demonstrate what the pattern of the command will look like. You'll start by typing SCP, then space, then the path to the local file we want to transfer. We'll add another space, and then the remote host we want to connect to. Follow that with a colon, and then enter the path to the desired file destination. Now let's try transferring a real file into Sockeye. The file I'm going to be transferring is called notes.txt, and it's on my laptop in the path of /data/folder. So I'm going to type scp space /data/folder/notes.txt space my UBC CWL at sockeye.arc.ubc.ca:/home/cwl. You'll then be prompted to enter your password and to authenticate with Duo multi-factored authentication. And once you do that, you can see below that the file has now been transferred. Now that we've transferred data into Sockeye, let's try to do the reverse of that and transfer data from Sockeye to our local computers. Something that should be said before we do this is that you do not need to be on Sockeye to transfer data from Sockeye, and that this is something that is done with your local terminal. With that said, the command we're going to enter is essentially the opposite of the command to transfer data to Sockeye, and the file I'm going to be moving from Sockeye is called list.txt, and I'll be moving it to the /data/folder path on my local computer. So I'll type scp space cwl at sockeye.arc.ubc.ca:/home/cwl/list.txt space /data/folder/. And boom, that lovely file I worked on in Sockeye is now on my local machine. Now, let's say rather than just wanting to transfer this notes file from my computer to Sockeye, I wanted to transfer the whole data directory. Instead of doing this file by file, which would be a huge headache and take forever, we can use the recursive flag to transfer the whole directory in one foul swoop. To do this, I'm going to type scp space -r space /data/folder space my cwl at sockeye.arc.ubc.ca:/home/cwl/. You'll then be prompted to enter your password again and to authenticate with Duo multi-factored authentication. We can now see all the files downloading. This R flag can be used to SCP a directory from Sockeye to your local machine as well. One thing to note before we wrap things up, the directory I just copied had a few hundred files. However, if your directory contains a very large amount of files, it's much more efficient to compress those files using zip and tar for the transfer rather than recursively transferring many small files. And that marks the end of transferring data with SCP. As a quick recap, the topics we covered in this video were identifying the syntax of SCP, using SCP to transfer a file from your local machine into Sockeye, using SCP to transfer a file from Sockeye to your local machine, and using SCP to transfer directories. As always, if you have any questions, please consult the technical user documentation which can be found in the video notes, and don't ever hesitate to reach out to us at arc.support@ubc.ca.